Hey friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to the first episode of NEWSPLEX.
Yeah.
This is where we take news from the weekend and we trunk it down. Because the rest of the week we have content where we talk about stuff, but there's nothing that we had that talks about the crap over the weekend.
Well, wrestling news, you mean?
Wrestling news. Larson, that's what we're talking about here in
W
NEWSPLEX.
Steve W's up Monday. There's plenty of crap on Mondays then.
No, that's great. It's good crap though. Premier, don't talk bad about that. Anyways, this is our new set.
Speaking of crap.
You guys get to, now you guys who are on the ground floor, you get to watch it build with us though. So if you guys want to send us stuff, more crap for our set, you can do it. P.O. Box 1814, Orangevale, California 95662, USA.
Yes, please do. This is really boring.
That's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Anyways, let's get right into the news, Larson.
Yes, that's what the show is for.
Yes. Big news last week. Kenny Omega, after Wrestle Kingdom, tweeted out, I'm stepping back from Japan. I'm going to take some time. There's no plan in place. And of course, that set everybody ablaze, the entire internet and Twitterverse.
Yeah.
Everybody started thinking, oh, is he going to go to WWE? Royal Rumble? What's going on?
Yeah, everybody said that. He spoke, Kenny that is.
Hold on a second. It was made worse because you know who tweeted out a picture of Kenny Omega over the weekend? John Cena himself. And of course he did that last year before AJ Styles made his debut in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, John Cena did on his Instagram.
That's
correct.
right, yeah.
We'll get to that later,
Oh.
what I think it means.
Oh, okay, all right.
But before we get to that, let's talk about Kenny Omega. He spoke with Tokyo Sports. This is all as reported by WrestleZone, and he had this to say.
Yeah.
He said, as hard as I trained for Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Did he say this is it in English or translated from his Japanese?
The whole interview was translated.
Oh, okay, so he said this in Japanese.
As hard as I trained, as hard as I prepared, I lost. Something's missing until I figure out what. I can't wrestle. I'm just not motivated now. I don't have the confidence to guarantee victory, so I don't have a problem with Suzuki Gun challenging next. I won't do Fantastica Mania, and it's possible I may miss New Beginning as well, while I form a concrete plan of what to do next. I devoted all of 2016 to taking the belt at the Dome. That not coming true means I have to rethink everything.
Whoa, well, that confirms it's all big fat work.
Yep.
This is I actually kind of appreciate this because it means a couple different things. Now, for one thing, I was sort of ear hustling Dave Meltzer's Twitter feed over the weekend.
Is that a term?
Ear hustling?
Yeah.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Totally is. And he had responded to a fan, or to a fellow Twitterer, asking how far in advance New Japan is booked. As we all know, the WWE sometimes is booked on the morning of the show, sometimes during the show, based on Vince McMahon's whims.
Yes.
New Japan is a different beast, though. According to Dave Meltzer, he said, or he tweeted out, that it's usually booked well in advance, pretty far out, which means that Kenny Omega wasn't scheduled to win the title at Wrestle Kingdom, which basically means that they're giving him time off either to heal, because Lord knows he probably needs it,
Yes.
or just for dramatic effect.
Well, also, Meltzer in the last newsletter, I believe, predicted, or speculated, that Omega would probably win the belt sometime this summer prior to the pair of New Japan shows that are going to take place in LA early July.
So I like this. I wish that the WWE would do this more often, where they give people time off to actually train and to heal up, because Kenny Omega, you know, he's coming off the top rope, launching over barricades and fucking himself up. So I like this. They're not on a schedule. You were actually talking about off camera. You were looking at sort of their schedules, and they're not nearly as demanding, seemingly.
No, it seems like they have a major show each month, more or less, and then the 2 weeks prior to that show, they have the road to that show, where some of it's, you know, more or less house shows, and some of it is actually televised content. But it seems, near as I can tell, granted I'm not an expert in New Japan, apart from that, it seems like they have a lot of time off in between those tours leading up to the major shows. Right. Which is good. And also, I was watching Kenny Omega's match against Tetsuya Naito last night in the G1 tournament. And as insane as that match was, and as great as it was, the next night was the finals. So 2 nights in a row, he had 2 5-star matches, Omega did. So it makes perfect sense why you want to take time off after the G1, and also after Wrestle Kingdom, because that was a grueling 45-minute battle with Okada. So it all makes sense.
And the fact is, New Japan is really good at loading up on their talent. Like, they were able to withstand the loss of AJ Styles, Gallows and Anderson, and Shinsuke Nakamura, 4 of their biggest stars. Last year, they were able to recover from that and come back even stronger with who they had in their ranks. And so evidently they're confident that the Suzuki Gun storyline with Okada and, you know, people like Naito are more than enough to carry the roster and keep it strong until Omega comes back.
Yes.
So that's all good
and
stuff.
going back to John Cena's Instagram post.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
He probably just watched Wrestle Kingdom 11.
I know.
It's probably just that simple.
I know. You think he doesn't know?
Oh, he knows.
He has to know.
I mean, his Instagram feed is full of just really ambiguous pictures, and I think like the bio on it, the description says these pictures are posted without comment for your interpretation.
Yeah.
So he knows. Cena knows what he's doing.
He's a performance artist.
He is.
All right. What else we have today?
There's a Raw tonight.
Yeah, there is.
And
it's been confirmed. New Orleans, WrestleMania 34. Yeah. 34.
Yeah. April 8th.
Yeah. Are we gonna be there?
Sure. Why not?
Of course we're gonna.
We better get our accommodations set.
Get our Airbnb going.
Yeah. Tonight on Raw,
we'll get a 2-bedroom this one.
Yeah, maybe. Tonight on Raw, confirmed. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And they've confirmed rumors that The Undertaker is going to be there.
Why is he coming to Raw? Why doesn't he just show up tomorrow night on SmackDown?
I guess Raw needs some ratings help.
The Heartbreak Kid is enough. He's promoting his new movie, The Resurrection of something.
Do you think he'll be there in some sort of wrestling capacity too?
Who, Taker?
No, HBK.
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
He's going to come back, promote his movie, and not declare that he's an entrant in the Royal Rumble, because that's not going to happen.
What about The Undertaker?
He'll say that he's coming to the Rumble. I just really like, why isn't he doing it on SmackDown? I don't get that at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
but maybe he's going to be there on SmackDown's behalf to give it to Raw or something. I have no idea, but that's why we're going to watch tonight. Should actually, I mean, it seems like this is one of those episodes that they're really focusing on. They're going to load up.
Yeah, because the main event is Roman Reigns defending the U.S. title against both Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, we haven't seen that combination in some.
Well, I mean, of those three people in one match, no.
Yeah. You know what? But you know what, though? Any chance there's no chance there's gonna be a title change tonight.
No.
But they're loading it up. They're loading up the show. So if there is gonna be a title change on Raw, it would be tonight. But that's so not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
And we'll probably hear some other names announced for the Rumble too.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're getting there. Anyways, that's it for now for NEWSPLEX. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the week. We've got all sorts of podcasts, great stuff coming up, and you can hear us talk more about this shit.
Including tomorrow, a full recap and review of Raw.
That's right.
And hopefully there'll be a title change, but there probably won't be.
Probably won't be. Anyways, until then, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.